is hate a strong word? I don't know Patrick Mahomes personally. I think we all know Tay and stuff. And I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid is a gem of a human being. I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. That Patrick Mahomes stood up on the dais yesterday. Bro, NFL, me? What? That I would be getting help from NFL? Me? You guys, I'm just really good at football. The NFL officials, what do you mean we false start every single snap from our right tackle? I didn't flop. Me?
The referees are doing their best to call the game as fair and as proper as they possibly can. And all you can do is go out there and play the game that you love as hard as you can and live with the results. And so for me, it's to go out there, play hard, try to do whatever I can to win the football game, and then live with the results based off my effort and the way that we played the game. And so I think that's what we preach here in Kansas City. I haven't felt any different. You get new referees every year. You get new circumstances, and you never can really tell because every play is different. That's what makes the NFL so special. And so I feel like I've just continued to play the game, and I just try to win. And whatever happens, kind of happens.
Dude, he's just trying to win. I mean, what happens? It is what it is.
Jake would not allow me to play the video today of Patrick Mahomes necking with an NFL official. They caught them standing at the 50-yard line before the game necking. It's an AI.
Macaque.
It's not a real video. But are you out of your mind? Are you, please? Bring some semblance of normalcy to this show and tell me that I am not the only one who sees NFL officials helping Patrick Mahomes and not the Kansas City Chiefs directly, but helping Patrick Mahomes. Are you out of your ever-loving mind, Patrick, that you've gotten wholly double the calls in your favor? That you have gotten not a single time more penalties than your opponent. And only one time have you had more penalty yards than your opponent.
Me?
This is wild to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, obviously what else is he going to say, but I think it is kind of crazy that he spoke on it that much. I would have expected him to just be like, hey, the officials are out of our control. We're focused on, we're focused on Buffalo. That, like, I would have expected that type of tact out of him, but hey, I mean, he felt the need to comment on it and talk about it. So here we are.
I am amazed. That you would have the nerve, and now I'm looking for the video and I can't find it, but that you would have the nerve to stand up there and say, oh, we're not getting, look, the officials do their very best to call it even, unless we're playing and then I get all the calls. It's wild to me.
How much does it ruin the viewing experience for you guys when because I'm watching the game and I'm sure this happened for you too, where you see the play happen and you're like, yep, that's going to be a penalty. You just know it's going to be a penalty, and it is what it is.
The one with the Texans, where the two Texans defenders hit each other, that one was. That's egregious. And as a point of disclosure, having worked in St. Louis, I hate Kansas City. I think their barbecue's a joke. I think Kansas City fans are fantastic, actually. The University of Missouri fans, fantastic. Kansas City Chiefs fans, mostly on parole, but still fantastic.
What now? Let me tell you what now.
The city of Kansas City, there's nothing good happening in the city of in Kansas City.
Bro, this
there just is not. There is nothing good.
Videos are out of pocket, dude.
Wait until you guys see this.
This is
just everybody in the comments section. Just say thank you, Monty, right now, because I will play the video at some point. I can't get it now. Jake wouldn't let me do it, but I'm telling you right now, this is every Sunday in the NFL playoffs or every game in the NFL playoffs. Tell me that's not spectacular.
That's hilarious, dude.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. It is. I just don't understand why he's standing up there playing. Can we all agree that?
Well, I think. What if he had said that they do get calls? That doesn't put his team in a good position. That puts them in a really awkward position. With the officials.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of awkward.
Like,
wait, my bad. Speaking of awkward.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, in all seriousness, can we all just agree Patrick Mahomes gets an inordinate amount of fake calls in his favor?
Yes.
The Texans game, there were 4 egregious calls, whether it is no false starts on the right tackle, no holding on Kansas City, not intentional grounding. Patrick Mahomes gets a massive amount of calls from the officials.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the hard part is, it does affect my viewing experience because I just expect that anytime, roughing a passer or, like whatever it is, anytime there's something in question, it's going to go the Chiefs' way. But the hard part with this is like, stars in sports get calls. And I think the NFL has done a pretty poor job balancing the dynamic of, hey, well, that's Patrick Mahomes. Of course, he's going to get more calls, right? Like we all know that. And you're playing.
But look at the hit on Goff the other night.
Yeah, well,
that would have been a penalty on Patrick Mahomes.
But I think that the difference is one, Mahomes is never in that position. Mahomes doesn't throw interceptions almost pretty rarely.
Well, and he's not stupid enough to try and make a tackle.
So like I don't disagree. I don't think anybody would have hit Mahomes like that, number one, just because they're so scared to get a penalty. But number two, that definitely would have been unnecessary roughness or whatever, 15 yards. And then, additionally, though, I think, like I was saying, the NFL has just done a poor job of finding the balance. Like, it's good for the game for Patrick Mahomes to take some hits. Like, it puts fire into the game. Like, what the day will come eventually when some safety on the defense that they're playing gets a wild hair up their ass and goes and lets it loose on Patrick Mahomes on the sideline, lights him up, puts him into the Gatorade cooler.
100%.
That's going to happen at some point. And it'll be interesting to see how the NFL handles that and how the Chiefs handle that. Because I would agree this whole thing about him, twinkle toeing down the sideline and guys not hitting him, at some point that's going to come to an end. And at some point someone's going to say, yeah, you know what? The 15-yard penalty is absolutely worth it if I can drop Patrick Mahomes, like 100%.
Yeah, we'll see. The eye patch, you make a great point. Goff, he had his bell rung, no flag. Patty gets pushed, flag thrown.
Yeah.
Like the roughing the passer in the Texans game, that was egregious.
What I love too on the telecast is like, so you've got the broadcaster saying, hey, like that's not a penalty, but then the rules guys like, well, it looked like there was forcible contact from the backing, like trying to justify it. And it's like, dude, why do we have instant replay? Like if it's not forcible contact, it shouldn't be a penalty. It's that simple.
Yeah, I agree. Tom Dean, most businesses will protect their most valuable asset.
And then there's that part of the conversation.
But then why are you not making this call for every quarterback? This is the argument I always make with Kansas City fans.
Because every quarterback's not Patrick Mahomes.
Well, but is Jared Goff not one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
Yeah, he is, but he doesn't have the Q factor that Pat does.
Does Josh Allen get those calls? No, the answer is no.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. I don't think it's equal across the board. I truly do not. Oak State James. The NFL protects all QBs, including Brandon Weeden. It costs the NFL money if star QBs are not in the game, like Brandon Weeden. You're right about barbecue. Texas barbecue is better than Kansas City barbecue. Smoky. Signed Brandon Weeden. Yeah, I think you have to protect.
Well, and Alan Bowman gets a lot of calls too, so,
Yeah, which is fine. Inordinate privilege, Kermit D. Frog. Exactly right. D-Rock Irish, good morning. Good morning. Waited all season for Mahomes to speak up on this issue and just before an AFC championship game. Why would you do it? Hey, Patrick, are you getting help from the officials? Wow. I can't do Kermit's voice. I don't have it in me, unlike Patrick's brother. But my point is, my point is, if you're Patrick Mahomes, don't you just say, well, the officials have a really difficult job. The game moves very fast.
Yeah, we're really focused on Philadelphia right now,
and we're focused on the Jets.
We're focused on the Jets today.
Yeah, and we're getting ready.
Cincinnati.
We're getting ready for the Browns, and I don't have any further comment on it. So I have to go bail my brother out of jail. I gotta go. Yes, Giggity. Is that Pat or his sexual predator brother? Thank you, Giggity, for making me not the only one to think of that. Doesn't matter to me because they are all still taking a knee. I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
Travis, shouldn't there be replay to help correct an egregious call?
There is. That's the thing.
That unnecessary roughness where the two Texans never touched him. I don't understand that call. I don't get it. The stadium guy, James, NFL officials protect all QBs. It costs the NFL too much money if the star QB gets hurt. They don't protect all QBs, though. Listen, as a fan of the Chicago Bears, how many times did Justin Fields and Caleb Williams over the last 3 seasons get absolutely wrecked with no flags?
The Trevor Lawrence hit from Azeez Al-Shaair never happens to Patrick Mahomes.
I'm telling you. Yes, Mr. Johnny. The Will Anderson roughing the passer call on Patrick Mahomes was a call that only 3 or 4 quarterbacks in this league would get. That's exactly right. And it is unfair. I totally agree with that.
Okay, so hold on a second. Nobody's saying that the NFL is fair. Nobody is saying.
Hold on, everybody. Let me single up Jake. Go ahead and slurp up to the Chiefs. Go ahead.
Nobody's saying the NFL is fair. Nobody's saying that every quarterback should get the same calls. So if you want to sit here and say that not every quarterback gets those calls, you're right.
Bro.
Not every quarterback gets those calls.
But shouldn't?
No, they shouldn't. They haven't earned that right.
Oh my God! Yes. Okay.
Trevor Lawrence has not earned the right to get the calls Patrick Mahomes gets.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
My fucking ass.
So then we're just admitting we're saying the quiet part out loud. The NFL is fixed.
I mean, on some level, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
right.
is it uncouth to say that the officials are helping the Chiefs?
I don't. I've said that all year.
We see it every week. Like I don't think they're fixing it to the point where they're deciding what the score is, but they're certainly.
There's a big argument to
Chiefs.
be made. The Texans would have won that game without those 3 calls.
Yeah, I agree.
They're in my mind, right? JC. Then what happened in Philadelphia? What do you mean? What happened in Philadelphia?
Yeah, what do you mean?
And donuts. Yo, Ref, how your kids' college fund doing? You're not that far off. Eric Wasikowski, does the official have a hickey? Eric. What Patrick Mahomes and the officials do behind closed doors is none of our business.
Hiscock.
You guys, that's amazing. Come on.
Yeah.
That is one of the best AI deepfakes we have ever seen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is not an AI deepfake. These are facts. And the officials are helping the Kansas City Chiefs. And I guess I get it. Tay, it's a good story. I just.
Do you guys, I'm really fascinated with this part of it, though. Like this weekend, when you turn NFL football on Sunday, when you turn that game on, AFC Championship game at Gayha Field, are you going to be watching that game expecting the Chiefs to get just a million calls?
Am I the only one that saw the Gayha Mike flag in front of Patrick Mahomes in the video? I'm being serious. Check this out. In this video,
The referees are doing their best to call the game as fair and as proper as they possibly can, and all you can do is go out there and play the game that you love as hard as you can and live with the results. And so
Monty,
for me,
it's not Gayha, it's Geha. Yes, I know. I'm aware. It's so much better to say Gayha.
Monty, it's Bogdanovich, not Backsnatchovich.
Backsnatchovich, bitch. I know it's Geha. It's better. It's Gayha is way better than Kansas City barbecue, which sucks. It just I should probably stop saying that. anyway, I drink up your Chiefs tears. We love your hate. And I hate the Chiefs because they're good.
Okay, if they three-peat.
And they're in Kansas City.
Screamin' A said that if the Chiefs three-peat, that makes Patrick Mahomes the greatest quarterback ever.
Shut up.
I just disagree.
Listen, can we just never, on this show, I would like to, and you guys all vote. I think new rule. We are never allowed to say Stephen A. Smith said. But those words in that order.
Those statements are not true, and I ask that you strike them.
We're never allowed to say that. There will be I don't know what will happen. The studio will implode on itself if you ever say that again. But no, that's not true. Tom Brady and Joe Montana, best quarterbacks of all time. The stadium guy, James, hate on the Chiefs all you want. The only team that has a chance of beating them is the Bills. If they beat Buffalo, KC is three-peating. Well, and James, you may not know this as an Oak State fan. You don't know how championships are won. But there are also two teams in the NFC that have a chance to play in the Super Bowl against whoever wins the Bills-Chiefs game.
Not at Gayha Field.
And Brandon Weeden was a bust in the NFL, so he won't be there either. But my point is, it doesn't really work that way, that only the Bills have a chance to it's fine. The eye patch. Love you, James. When I first moved to Arizona 15 years ago, I didn't see one Chiefs fan. Now they're everywhere. But Arizona's kind of a melting pot. And we as sports fans like winners. So better than Montana? I don't think so. And certainly not better than Tom Brady. Tom Dean, what side is Monty on? He's on the side of funny. No, I'm on the side of anything that's bad for Patrick Mahomes and his brother. That's the side I'm on. That is the side I'm on.
You guys notice that Brittany Mahomes has just disappeared? You don't really hear about her anymore.
No, thankfully. Blaming the refs for your team losing games is traditional as turkey on Thanksgiving, but the NFL isn't fixing games. So you don't think, I don't know. I think fixing, Jimmy, you're correct. That's strong. Are they rooting through the penalty flags of officials for outcomes? Yes, they are.
Dude, if you don't want to use the word fixing, fine. But let's make sure we're all on the same page here. NFL officials, when they're calling a Kansas City Chiefs game, look for opportunities. They're not able to create opportunities, right? They're not able to just randomly throw a flag on a play that clearly had no penalty. But when the Texans want to run their faces into each other and Patrick Mahomes is in the vicinity, flag.
Yeah.
When Will Anderson or whoever, wants to try and hit Patrick Mahomes and the ball's gone already, flag.
When Will Anderson gets off the bus, flag.
Yeah.
Roughing the passer.
Yeah. So
pre-game warm-ups, Patrick Mahomes slips and falls, flag on the Bills, roughing the passer. Probably not funny. Lopes fan Gabe, Stephen A says carries about as much weight as Oak State James says. Wow. Oak State James
drop that mother
catching strays in the comments section.
Bro.
Wow.
Dude.
Anime OG TV says Montana is the true GOAT. Brady and the Patriots were big-time cheaters. So wait.
Dude, why did you have to bring that up, bro? Like, you make it too easy.
You think he won a fistful of rings just
because he deflated some footballs?
I'm not downgrading Tom Brady for anything. I think Tom Brady and again, speaking of hate, it's okay to hate in sports, not in life. Like, I don't hate Jake. I just don't like him. I hate the Chiefs and I hate the Patriots.
Right.
But how do you not respect Tom Brady? That's why this whole argument about Tom Brady being an owner of the Raiders and he can't be a broadcaster. He's involved in the Raiders coaching search. Okay, when did we become like moralists about football? When did we become, oh, well, we can't wear white on Sundays. It's before, what is it, Labor Day or Memorial? It's before Memorial Day. We can't wear whites. Yeah, we can. Like, I don't understand this whole hypocrisy about, well, Tom Brady's an owner. He can't possibly be a broadcaster. Yeah, he can. Well, he won't be unbiased. Who is? You think Tony Romo's unbiased about the Seahawks or the Cowboys? No. Do you think when Aaron Rodgers is a broadcaster, he'll be unbiased about the Packers?
Yeah,
no.
But the difference is there's no, it's not about whether they are biased or unbiased. It's the appearance of bias. Say he's an owner, so he could go on the broadcast this coming week, let's say, and, drop some facts about, whoever he might be speaking on to affect their candidacy. Like, that's what people get tripped up on. Like, I don't doubt that every broadcaster is biased. We're biased. Everybody's biased. Everyone's got an opinion. Yeah. Like it's just how human beings work.
Yes.
But I think that the issue is it's not a problem to have bias. It's a problem to be on both sides of the fence, if you will, to have a financial for-profit stake in a team.
The Las Vegas Raiders.
The Las Vegas Raiders.
Which Tom Brady is a minority owner of.
Has an investment, obviously, but then at the same time, be not just a broadcaster for Fox, but like the A team, biggest game every week, huge opportunity type level broadcaster. That's what I think people get tripped up on. Now, it doesn't particularly bother me.
Yeah, I
think Tom does a great job.
I do. I think he's very good.
I actually think that he's improved. He has a lot of improvement still yet to come, but I think he has come a long way so far.
We've stopped talking about Greg Olsen.
Yeah, and I think that I just think Tom needs to stay away from talking about the Raiders, commenting on it. And I think Fox has did a really good job of keeping him away from anything related to the Raiders. That they did a good job with that.
Yeah, I would agree. A couple more, then we got to get to the death of college football. Chewy Gonzalez, what's up, jabronis? Hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button. That helps the channel grow. Mr. Johnny, the Chiefs will get every 50-50 call. You have to play a near perfect game to beat those guys. You do. And you cannot get a single roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness call.
Yeah.
Because the drive was over. That unnecessary roughness call on the Texans, where they never hit Patrick Mahomes, led to a touchdown. They were done on that drive. Led to a touchdown. There's no question that the Chiefs beat the Texans. In my opinion, those penalties are why the Chiefs won that game. You had multiple scores after those penalties.
Right.
That would not have happened without the penalties. Bailey Dietrich, don't forget Hertz tire commercials as well. I don't know what that means. No white after Labor Day. There are so many rules. As a proper young boy, I don't wear white after Labor Day. Mike Smith, Mountain Mama. So can we officially say that Monty is on Team Patrick? Yeah. I mean, I'm probably
I
not
love
as
that it's Monty.
I'm probably not as Team Patrick as the NFL officials are. But
yeah.
I do have a disdain for the Kansas City. Like even the city of Lawrence, like having driven from St. Louis to Columbia to Kansas City to Lawrence, there's nothing good on that side of St. Louis. You just skip over the rest of all of Missouri, all of Kansas. Just set it on fire. Jeff City, Columbia, Independence, Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, both sides of the line. Just tear it off the map. Don't ever go there. And don't ever eat off the rollers in Kansas City, such as you did do that.
I did.
Such as in like some members of this program.
And the taquito was good.
And you did this at a Buc-ee's.
No, I did this at a QT.
Even better. Even better. Joe says hit the like button. It's free and healthy.
Yeah,
yes,
we
it
really
is.
got to get on the train of growing the show, right? Like we're past the new year now. We need to start doing 100 likes a show. We need you guys to do that. We got to keep the train rolling here.
We do. Keep hitting the like button. It really helps the channel grow. All right, let's get into a couple. I want to make. Did I get all of the? How was Benedict Johnson's presser the other day? We'll get into the Chicago burst.
Johnson.
We'll get into the burst. But Eric Wasikowski, member of the show for 13 months. He just moved to the winter wonderland of Florida. Did you guys see all the snow in Florida?
Dude, Florida, New Orleans.
Bro, climate change, not real. Not real. Not happening. And Donut's a member of the show for 19 months.
I know that you didn't just say subjective calls is the human element.
Actually, that's exactly what he said word for word.
Stay hard.
I'm proud of you for reading.
Bro. Dude,
those are not subjective calls.
Come on, bro. Come on.
The hit on Patrick Mahomes was in no way, shape, or form unnecessary roughness. Will Anderson did not rough the passer. I was actually shocked on the Patrick Mahomes flop on the sideline that they did not throw the flag. I was really surprised by that. I expected them to do that. Steely says Kansas City roller dogs are awesome. Hey, listen, anything the QT's got is better than Kansas City barbecue. Is what it is. Brandon Lopez, go Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT. I'm here for it. Anime says I would definitely put Andy Reid over Belichick. Belichick? You mean Chapel Bill? Andy Reid's one of the best coaches in the history of the National Football League. Full stop. That's it. Done. You don't need to add anything else. Hall of Famer, elite, spectacular, brilliant. I mean, not enough adjectives to prop up Andy Reid. So I agree with that. Reid knows how to build a team on both sides of the ball and get great QB play without cheating. Well, there is that. Anybody notice who's the offensive coordinator of the New England Patriots? Josh McDaniel.
Nice visor, dude.
Why do you hate him? I don't like hating Patrick Mahomes is completely rational and normal. And I think actually well-adjusted and healthy. Hating Josh McDaniel and his visor seems a little...
Because, dude, listen, as someone who watches the league and watches different guys wear visors, you can't have a fat head and wear a visor, okay?
He's got a large brain, sir.
And listen, you can't be first team all pork chop and wear a visor, bro. That doesn't work, man. And if you look at the pictures, the visor just looks weird. And then you tried to rock a Raiders visor in that short little stint in your career, and that didn't really work out for you. So that's why I hate on the visor.
Wasikowskinator. I brought the snow from Michigan with me. Eric just moved to Florida. Hope you're well.
Did you move to Florida expecting to get sunshine and like warm weather and stuff?
Or was it just for the chicks? Just cursed like the Lions. Exactly. Maury Alvarez, another great Floridian. To quote climate change alarmists, don't confuse climate with weather. If the planet is getting warmer, why am I freezing my nays off? Because the extremes get more extreme in climate change. It gets hotter and it gets colder. And you start seeing wild swings in weather. That's what I think is going to happen. The eye patch, Josh McDaniels sucks, signed Raider Nation. Exactly right. Darius, add a Geha Mike flag to that picture. Exactly right. Geha. It's Arrowhead Stadium.
Geha is a goated show item.
There are some goated show items, but that's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. AI has its place. And I think that's it. The Monty Show is always presented by The Advocates at theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business. Let The Advocates take all of the claims process from you. Let them fight with your insurance company, and trust me, it's a fight. And if we learned anything from wildfires and hurricanes, hey, we're not going to be able to pay for that water damage because the hurricane didn't cause the water damage. It was flooding, and you don't have flood insurance. That's truly what's happening in Florida, which is wild to me. Let the advocates fight for you. If you've been injured in a car accident, did you get hurt at work? I hear so many stories about workman's comp nightmares. The advocates at theadvocates.com, or you never reach into your pocket. No consultation fees, no retainers. In fact, you don't pay the advocates unless and until they win your case. So chat with an injury attorney live online 24/7, 365 at theadvocates.com, where you're going to get clear, risk-free advice. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show.